Good morning, Facebook. This is Renee's radio. Just 10 minutes this morning. No teaching. No teaching. Just answering some questions. A laid back morning. It's Friday. Yeah. And still no reaction to the eviction. Yeah. Got one more day. But I feel the Lord. I don't think it's one more day, though. I really don't. But however the Lord leads, He's a good God. I have so many questions here in reference to the message on yesterday. We talking about America. A lot of you don't see America as we see it because you can't see all around the United States. There are other people who have been beaten and badgered. It is so weird, and we cannot find anything to prove a lot of stuff. From my understanding, with housing, with the Cassiana, it's weird. A lot of folks are running in fear because they're not understanding what happened. As I investigate and called on others, they can't really tell us what happened. Even the judge, and they're saying it's weird, but they can't overturn it. And from what I understand, the undercover cops threw it in the court, and they don't know who they are. They can't say anything, and they're still wondering what happened and where is the lawsuit. And one person said that I spoke with from Florida area, they're being harassed, but they hadn't seen him touch anyone like he's been touching Florida. Like he's been touching me. There's one in Florida, and we lift her up in prayer. Florida has her covered. I thank the Lord for Florida. She said Florida has her covered, and all they have to do is hold her until Obama get out. There is an Obama, folks. That's why you can't see anything. And it's not just Obama. She said when they called and they asked, personally, she called up because she works in government. And she called up and they told her he doesn't want her working with government. They told him, but he's not government. He's not government. And so it's a white guy apparently who's up in the White House. I don't know. He's not a known name. So she really doesn't know who he is. I'm trying to wake up my voice. But I know that there's another one in Florida that is going through, but she's not going through as bad. San Antonio's been doing a good job, but they don't know who's doing what. It is a fear down here because they can't see. Some of them cannot see Obama. And they just see, these are new people now. He's in new people computer. The old people are aware that he's there, but the new people are not. And so they're sitting here wondering what happened. What happened to these people? And I don't want to say names because I don't know if they're strong enough to fight an Obama. I don't know if they're strong enough to fight an Obama. Some are already claiming us as a third world because the White House is backing Obama. Yeah, we have people, but the thing is, he's not seeing them back him. They're not backing them. They're not supporting him, and that's what's bringing anger to him. Another thing, she said the girl in Florida, I don't personally know the girl in Florida, but there's connection. And leadership in Florida is saying that they're not backing Obama. What they're trying to do is steer clear from having to pay the lawsuits that he's throwing out. So the fight is really against Obama. It's not that he's clicked in his mind. It's that he's spoiled and he's throwing tantrums throughout the land because he can't get what he wants. And so he's saying, we're going to make America pay. And there's no justice system because what the White House is saying is we're not paying all these lawsuits because Obama is throwing the lawsuits on purpose out of anger. But what they're not seeing is no one is stopping him. And so the argument with Florida in the White House was, or is, if you're not stopping him and you're allowing him to throw them out of fear, what makes you think you don't have to pay them? You have to pay the lawsuits, and that's all of them. They records show that he had began to throw things at others. Should he have to pay it, knowing that he's throwing them out of anger? He's already knows that I will get paid eventually, and so he's angry. From my report, someone said that, and I'm trying to read it and get it together, but this is only from hearsay. And I know y'all think they can hack in, but but they can't hack into what they don't know. And that's my whole point. You always keep one computer that no one knows, and satellite can't pick up. There's ways. What do you mean? I can't get Wi-Fi and get... No, it's same like the White House. Some things you cannot track, and you have to know how. There's a special modem that keeps you from picking up signals, and that's what we're going to have to get, because our White House is illegal. It really is. It's sad to say, but it is so true. And I can only talk straight out without saying theys. I'm just going to talk, because I get confused when I say they. I try to throw off and make sure I don't say any names, because I get to talking and say names. And you forget and you just get to talking. But he started throwing them at other people, and they know now it's malicious. And when it's malicious like this, and they won't take them, they don't know what to do, because he's throwing out malicious act just to be throwing. He already knows that they're waiting for him to leave. They're wanting to pay him, but what they're not seeing, that there's still a Mayor Castro. And I had a dream about Mayor Castro. I had a dream that Mayor Castro was doing a lot of things undercover and throwing his head. He was smiling in their face. And he was like, it was such a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that all this is going on. And he's pretending like he's on, I say, San Antonio's side. That's what I saw. And he throws his head to who he wants to do what to. But he's still saying, that's a shame. I don't know why he keep doing that. Like he's innocent. And he's not innocent. And that's what was in my dreams. I saw Mayor Castro just as plain as day. And he was just as mean as ever. But yet conniving. And he was throwing a lot of these blows. But he was working with Obama. And that's what they told him. And they knew it. And they kept saying, yeah, Obama. Yeah. And then I saw certain ones of the police force that we were fighting. And I did see that the police force threw that into the courts. And that's why they can't do anything. They're angry. They're all angry. That's what they do. That's police officers. And so can we protect ourselves is the question that I was coming up with. What do you think? What do you think will happen? I really wouldn't care what happened. They cannot throw us. We need some help in America. I mean, I know Africa has cried over here, and I've seen other places write us and cried over here. We had one from the Middle East one time, and he was calling out for help. But when you're dealing with government, sometimes America's right in the midst of what you see in your country. I believe that. We have always, especially since Obama's been into office, it's getting messy. And yet, y'all, when all of this is over, and I know y'all don't want me to say this right now because it probably bring more havoc and hardship, we need to fight those that should have been protecting the people and wasn't. We should have fought CIA. What happened? Well, I had no prayer. There was one FBI agent that they said, and I'm only getting it from sources, he said that he didn't get money. I'm not getting paid. But come to find out at later details, he said he was scared because he had been involved in the past. And so he said when they asked him, he's going to say, why is it not on your books? Didn't no one, I refused to take it. That's what he said he was going to say. Didn't no one really force them to take it. So he refused. So hopefully I answered your questions today. I want you to have this Friday. I want you to lift up your head and look to the hills. From that's where our help comes from. Righteousness is righteousness. The workers are not the government. And that's the whole point. That we want to show that this place is unfair. They can embezzle and steal and yet make decisions for our country. They can take all of our money, leave us as broke to where we're in the hands of another country if need be, and yet we leave them in position. That's almost like a double standard. We throw people behind bars for the same crime, and yet certain ones don't go. That's what I want you to think about on today.